The New England Patriots are on an insane run in real life right now, and we are going to try to mimic that sort of run on Madden 26 when we take on all 31 teams with the New England Patriots. Starting off at home here against the defending AFC champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, this time led by Chris Oladukin though, so it shouldn't be too hard. Travion Henderson brings in the first touchdown of the campaign here. Drake Maye with the little QB sneak, and again Henderson to give us an easy win against Kansas City. Next up, we're in Philly, the defending Super Bowl champs, and Hurts tries to get the tush push on 4th and 1, and we get the stop. Very next play, Travion Henderson bouncing to the outside, and just like Saquon on this field with the hurdle, look at that again, unbelievable. Just like Barkley, we'd finish off this drive here. Drake Maye to Hunter Henry for the 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. Jalen Hurts, 3rd and 16, under 2 to go. Game pretty much over. He's going to break away and he's going to go for it all. Bounces off 3 separate tackles and scores a huge touchdown. They'd use their 3 timeouts, meaning we'd have to punt this ball back to him, and they'd get a field goal to send it to OT. In OT, we try to pin him back deep after not scoring on our first drive. Jalen Hurts from the 5. The read option doesn't work, and they don't call a safety, though. They say forward progress at him down at the 1. I don't know. That looks like BS to me. They would get out of this here, too, with Devontae Smith here on the 3rd and 7. Then we lose Saquon Barkley here in the flat. He breaks free. And then again, Saquon Barkley with an outside rush that would put them into field goal range. Absolutely brutal loss here. Jake Elliott gives them the game-winning field goal in OT. 1-1 now, back at home against the Arizona Cardinals. And when everyone's covered like that, Drake Maye can run it in himself for the score. Third quarter, they try to go for it on 4th down. They get stopped. Drake Maye, deep ball on 4th down for us, and Diggs drops it. Cardinals would march back down the field, and on 4th and goal, Brissett would throw the interception in the red zone to Gonzalez. We could almost seal this game. Rolling out Maye, but an unbelievable interception by Budda Baker, giving the Cardinals one last shot. 4th and 17, Brissett with no one open, looking for the corner, and it's Craig Woodson with the game-winning interception. Now on the road in Houston, and CJ Stroud throws it right to Carlton Davis, running the route for Nico Collins and bringing it back for a pick 6. We'd actually start calling our own offensive plays in this one, and we'd use a lot of I formations and strong, and also 5 wide sets, as you'll see here. Look at that perfect pass on 4th down to set us up for a field goal. 17 points is all we'd need as we'd get the win in Houston. Now home versus Green Bay, 3-3 with 3 minutes left in the 4th, and Borregales would score the field goal to go up 3. But the roughing the kicker would give us a free set of downs, and Hunter Henry taking advantage of that to go up 10-3. 2 minutes left, Jordan Love to Romeo Doubs. Christian Gonzalez gets beat. That means we're going to have a little 1-minute drill by Drake Maye. Kyle Williams in the flat. Then here, Demario Douglas with a nice slant route, getting us almost into field goal range. Ramondre Stevenson here would get us into field goal range. And then it was up to the rookie kicker to knock it through the uprights and give us the game-winning field goal. On the road in Seattle in our next one, look at the out route by Diggs. This was a 14-play, 81-yard drive to give us our first score of the game. Charbonnet would come right back with Seattle to make it 7-7. Then at the end of the second half, Drake Maye to Travion Henderson would get us a field goal. We'd get another field goal in the 3rd to go up 13-7, but now we need a goal line stop. 1st and goal, Charbonnet stop. 2nd and goal, incomplete pass. 3rd and goal, Darnold has to throw it out of the end zone. On 4th and goal, we don't like the way this zone read looks, so we change up the defense, and boy, did that pay off. 4th and goal, incomplete pass. Now a 3rd and 4 to seal it. 1st down wins us the game, and the little pitch to Diggs out of the pistol formation gets us the win. Home versus Vegas in the next one, and Ramondre Stevenson would score the first touchdown of this game. Then up 7-3 in the 2nd, 3rd and 1. Little crossing route, and the rookie Kyle Williams would turn on the Jets here. Look at those wheels, bringing it to the house to go up 14-3. Gino would score, though, to make it 14-10. We then look to answer again at the end of the 2nd. Little run play by Drake Maye. Then, unaware that I have one timeout left, I go hurry up and I go with the deep ball to Stephon Diggs, who pulls it in inside the 5. Again, unaware I have a timeout, I run hurry up to the line. I'm looking to throw this one away, but with 3 seconds left, I find Diggs in the corner of the end zone for the score. Drake Maye was making plays all day today. How about this pass to Diggs again on the run? A little bit later, 3rd and goal in the 4th quarter. Lob pass with pressure coming to Diggs in the corner of the end zone. 28-17. Maye went 15 for 15 with 3 touchdowns. On the road here now in Soldier Field, 0-0 at the end of the second. Trying to get a field goal here. We're in field goal range, and Travion Henderson just coughs up the ball. Brutal. Now we're down 3-0 in the 4th. We'd get stopped here. We'd play cautious and kick the field goal, but Borregales would push it wide left, meaning we need another big stop from the defense, and that's exactly what we get with the user lurk by Spillane, and it brings it back for a touchdown. Now Chicago, the ones who need to score, and DJ Moore just slips by Carlton Davis there on the man route, gets inside the 5, direct snap to DeAndre Swift, and with 1:30 left, the Bears would go up 10-7. Another big drive here by Drake Maye, and this one play would get us all the way to field goal range, and we'd get the kick to send this to overtime. The flag there was for roughing the kicker. We just declined it. First play of overtime, and it's DeAndre Swift taken off. Craig Woodson misses the first tackle, and then Tavai cannot catch up to Swift. 17-10. We now need to score again. Look at Maye finding Hunter Henry across the middle. Then on a 3rd and 13, Hunter Henry again gets open for the huge first down. Then Drake Maye again to Henderson, moving and grooving for the first down, and we're in a dangerous situation now. 2nd and 11. Look at this throw to Stevenson, kind of risky. Maye would bring it in himself to make it 16-17. You know we're going for 2 for the win on the road, and we'd go to our main man, Stephon Diggs, for the win on the game-winning 2-point conversion in overtime. Huge win in Chicago. We were home versus Minnesota next. Drake Maye can walk this first touchdown in. A little bit later, the jet sweep again. This time Diggs brings this one in for a touchdown to make it 14-0. 4th quarter now, Ramondre Stevenson would seal this one with a touchdown to make a 21-10 win. Our next game was in Baltimore, and we could not stop this offense and Lamar Jackson. He brings this touchdown in. Then end of second half, we go for the score here on 4th and inches, and that's incomplete. We'd get the ball at the start of the second half, though, and Drake Maye would try to make this throw, but a huge deflection by Kyle Hamilton, and it was a pick 6 for the Ravens. This game was an absolute blowout. Here's the last play of the game, just showing you every touchdown of this campaign. Deep ball to Diggs. We'd lose 24-10, though. A third of the way through, and we're home versus Washington now. And this first drive, we just dominate on the ground. First run by Travion Henderson, then Ramondre Stevenson. This was a 5-play drive. Took us less than 2 minutes, all running, and Stevenson would score it off at the end with the 1-yard touchdown. And when you're running like that, you know what that means. It sets up the play action. Hunter Henry on the crossing route to make it 14-0. Josh Johnson would come right back with the little slant route. Carlton Davis gets beat a lot for us in this game, as you'll see throughout this campaign. And Terry McLaurin would get the score. Then again, a deep ball in the man-man coverage. Davis is beat, but Terry McLaurin with a heck of a catch. Can't blame Davis for that one. Then again, end of the 4th quarter, Krosky Merritt across the middle would get that one to make it 17-14. We'd have to punt this ball back to them, but on 4th and 7, this time we have the double team for Carlton Davis on Terry McLaurin, and Davis would make the play for the win. Huge rushing day, as you can see. Next up, an AFC Championship preview, and it's 0-0 in the 4th quarter. No one could score, but we knew we just needed one drive, and Hunter Henry would get open here to give us a huge play. And then on a 2nd and 10, the little rollout by Maye to Douglas would get us into field goal range. A field goal for the win in Denver, and it's blocked. The cheese, the all-Madden cheese right there, and a huge block to send this game into overtime. In OT, we asked for this ball first because I knew the offense could get going after what I did on the last drive. There's Kyle Williams with a big play, and then Drake Maye has Diggs wide open in the end zone, and it's just overthrown. It's all good because the very next play, Hunter Henry on the crossing route would split the double there and go all the way in for the score to go up 7-0. Now the Broncos needed something, though. For the first time in this game, the offense needed to go, and Bo Nix misses the first down pass, misses the second down pass, Third down, looks for the man, overthrows his man, and on fourth down, the pressure comes. Woodson gets the quarterback, a huge 7-0 win. Look at the offensive discrepancy there. We deserve that one, and we get it in OT. Coming back home to face the division rivals, the Miami Dolphins, and again, the cheese, the blocked kick brings it back for a touchdown this time. They almost get us again. It's roughing the kicker, though, which gives us a second chance, and Drake Maye would tie this game up at 7, third quarter. Got the Dolphins backed up. Quinn Ewers got no one open, and he takes the safety. 9-7, but Devon Achane would bring this one right back. Moving and grooving through the defense for the score. So we were down 14-9 late in the fourth now. Third and goal, Henderson stop. Fourth and goal, we need a play. No one's open, and they get the huge stop. We'd actually get this ball right back. We'd force a punt. We'd get another shot at this. No timeouts, 40 seconds left inside the red zone, and just a horrible interception on my part, and a horrible loss again. Look at the offensive discrepancy here. Did not deserve to lose that one. We dropped to 10-3. On the road in Cleveland for the next one, 2nd and 11. And look, when everyone's covered like this, we've never had a quarterback that can do stuff like this. Drake Maye gets the first down, and then why not? You deserve it. Take it on the read option in for the score to go up 7-0. Then again, end of the second half, it's all Drake Maye. No one's open. Look at the blocking by Booty, and he's going to bring this one all the way to the 20-yard line. We then cap that one off with a nice little curl route here to Demario Douglas for the score to go up 14-0. A little bit later, he can run, but he also can make the throws. Look at that in between the zone. And then on 4th and goal at the end of the third, Henderson left open. He wills his way into the end zone for the score for a 21-7 win in Cleveland. Next up, home versus Cincinnati. This one was going to be a shootout. Look at the little touch pass to Kyle Williams. He curls his route and gets into the end zone for a 7-0 lead. Second quarter, Burrow to Higgins. They called that a touchdown. I thought he was down at the 1. It was 7-7. Then the punt here is going to pin him down at the 1. Look at Woods get down there. Stop right at the 1. Next play, we gobble up Chase Brown in the backfield for the safety. And on the safety punt, it's the rookie Chisholm. He's not all that fast, but when he gets blocking like this, he's going to take that one to the house to give us a 16-7 lead. Big play by the special teams. Joe Burrow, though, would come right back with a deep ball to Gesicki jumping up to grab it to make it 16-14. They would actually take the lead to make it 16-17, but then we just took the ball to the ground. Travion Henderson gets the first down here. Again, Travion Henderson getting the blocking, getting into big positions. Henderson would finish this one off with a touchdown to give us the lead. The kick block cheese almost gets us, but we get the extra point off. Now fourth quarter, needing a stop, up 6, and Joe Burrow would throw it right to Gibbons for the user interception. Huge play. We really needed it, and we would just pound the rock the rest of the day with Henderson and Stevenson. Big run there by Henderson, and then with 2 minutes left, Travion Henderson would give us the 2-possession lead we needed, and we'd get the 31-24 win. Joe Burrow and Drake Maye both played great, but it was Travion Henderson's day on the ground. Next up in Pittsburgh, and we just kept going to the ground. Ramondre Stevenson would go up 7-0 here. Aaron Rodgers, pressure coming, throws the pick to Christian Gonzalez. And then a little bit later, Diggs would get the touchdown again to go up 14-0. Here's the punt. Looking for with less than 2 minutes left, the Steelers trying to get the ball into a scoring position, and they get the fumble on the kick return. We'd go up 17-0, and then Travion Henderson would make the moves and the blocks to get the score. Easy win in Pittsburgh, 27-6. Home versus Tampa Bay in the next one. And again, at the end of the first half, Travion Henderson bringing this one in for the score. Look at all the time for Baker Mayfield, though. He finds Mike Evans, who gets the big play down inside the 5-yard line with no timeouts, hurrying up. Look at the play clock, and they run the ball with 5 seconds left, no timeouts, and they score the touchdown. Absolutely brutal. Fourth quarter now, 7-7. Hunter Henry on the corner route brings it in for 1st and goal, and we'd seal this one up here with Kyle Williams in the corner to give us a 14-7 lead, meaning the Buccaneers would have to bring this one down. And again, with 10 seconds left, no timeouts, 1st and goal. Can we stop them? First pass to the end zone, broken up. Second pass, 5 seconds, clock ticking, finding his man in the back of the end zone with 2 seconds left to send it to OT. And in OT, we had Booty here, but we waited too long, and the cornerback jumps the route for the interception. Absolutely brutal. We'd have to try to stop them here, get in behind the line. They'd get the quick screen pass off to Mike Evans, who would bring it to the house. A brutal loss. And through 17 games, we were 13-4. We were in LA for the next one. I played this on the same day they played the Chargers in real life. And look at this. Diggs gets open deep for the score. Drake Maye with the deep balls. You know he's got it in his bag. Then they would get right back in the first quarter with a score to make it 7-7. Drake Maye wide open Diggs to go up 14-7 in the second. Then in the third, Justin Herbert with the absolute bomb to Keenan Allen. Davis just can't bring it down. Should have done better there if you're Carlton Davis. Then he gets beat again by Allen for the touchdown, 14-14 in the third quarter. And Drake Maye's going to throw this 70 yards in the air to Kayshon Boutte for the score to go up 21-14. Then we could not get a stop, so we needed a play on defense, and Christian Gonzalez made the play with 16 seconds left in the third, and guess what? They wouldn't get this ball back. We put the ball on the ground, wasted the clock, got the first downs when we needed to. Travion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson. And then right here on 2nd and 11, Stevenson would ice this game with his run up the middle. Huge win against LA on the road. And a 3-touchdown day for Maye as well. Home versus San Fran in the next one, and we just couldn't tackle Christian McCaffrey here. Look at that, making man miss in the open field and scoring the touchdown. Then on 4th and 3, Eric Kendricks with a huge block at the line. That was a huge stop by the Niners. We would, though, in the third quarter, get this ball back, down 7, score the touchdown with Henderson. In the fourth, Christian McCaffrey would score to go up 14-7. And then 2nd and 8, 3 minutes left. I thought I had Kyle Williams here, and I thought Maye would put this one further out there. He underthrows it for the interception, and on 3rd and 5, this first down would ice the game for the Niners to give them a 17-7 win and our 5th loss of the video. On the road in Atlanta on this next one, we're down 3-0 early. The play action works a charm right there, and we get the throw on the run to Hunter Henry for the touchdown. 4th and 2 now. Look at Demario Douglas go up and get this huge play. And before the half, Ramondre Stevenson would give us the 14-3 lead. Third quarter now, pressure coming. Look at this throw by Maye on the run for the touchdown to go up 21-3. Then Ramondre Stevenson in the fourth quarter just going all the way, 28-3. And you know we had to beat the Falcons 28-3. But the Falcons were coming down at the end here. Look at Bijan Robinson. They call him down at the 1. So it's 1st and goal at the 1, 28-3 on the line. First play, incomplete. Second play, I see out the screen by Tonga there. 3rd and goal. Handoff to Bijan Robinson. He gets stopped. 4th and goal, 28-3 on the line, and it's intercepted in the end zone. Holding on the offense in that play, we would decline. Look at that score line against the Falcons. It's absolutely beautiful. Back home versus the New York Giants, and Drake Maye would bring this one in to give us a 7-0 lead. Then at the end of the second half, this would set up a field goal for us to give us a 10-0 lead. But we couldn't get anything else going against the New York Giants. And right here in the fourth quarter, late in this game, they were actually able to tie this game. Tyrone Tracy makes it 10-10, meaning we had another 2-minute drill with Drake Maye. And look at this, Travion Henderson wide open on the sideline. He would take this one all the way to the house. We try to waste as much time as possible. Defense caught sleeping there. So with 40 seconds left, we'd go up a touchdown. Final play of the game, Hail Mary to the end zone, knocked away. We get to 16-5 with that win over the Giants. We're in Dallas for our next one. First drive of the game, get it to Hunter Henry on the crossing route and get in there for the score to go up 7-0. Then Harold Landry knocks it out of Dak Prescott's hands, and Chason brings it back to give us a 14-0 lead in the first quarter, but we could not stop this team. Williams would score here to make it 14-7. Then we get Hunter Henry open in the end zone to go up 21-7. Next play, deep ball, Christian Gonzalez just gets burned again, and then on 1st and goal, they'd run this one in to go 21-14. But we'd get another shot at this to try to score. Right here, slant route to Douglas. We'd have to use our final timeout with 18 seconds left. In a good position, we throw the corner route to Douglas. He catches it, but gets knocked down at the 1, reaching for the end zone. The hurry-up offense, can we get it off? We couldn't get it off, so it was 21-14 at the half. Cowboys would get the ball first. That would be a brutal mistake by us because Marcus Jones gets beat here by CeeDee Lamb. Then on 4th down, we knew we needed scores, and we were not getting that one. Risky play to go for it on fourth down. As you can see, they get the touchdown to go up 7. Then 4th and 4 a little bit later. Game on the line now at this point. Hit as he threw, and what a throw it is to Kayshon Boutte. We needed a stop, and we just couldn't stop. Then Pickens there with a huge play. Then it's the backup running back who's going to go all the way. We say just let him in, but he wisely gets out of bounds there to waste more clock and let us waste a timeout. Pickens scores the game-leading touchdown to make it 35-28. So we'd have to go down and score. Here's Demario Douglas across the middle. Big play. We'd have to use our timeouts, though, which was brutal. 4th and 3. Kyle Williams here on the slip out gets us a first down. 20 seconds left. No timeouts here. 2nd down and 4. We go short. So that means we're going to have to run up to the line here. And instead of spiking the ball to set up the final play, I think I have this stick and nod here with Hunter Henry. And it's covered well. So the last play of the game, it's a lob to the end zone. And Henry diving couldn't pull it down. Brutal loss in Dallas to make us 16-6. Look at Dak Prescott, 12 for 12. Home versus the Jets in the next one. And again, the little slip out to Kyle Williams for the score. I use that play a lot. A little bit later, play action to Hunter Henry to go up 14-0. Nice and easy against the Jets, just like how it always is. Kyle Williams again, same exact play as earlier. Another difficult road game, this time against the Detroit Lions. First play of the game, though, Travion Henderson off to the races, and that man is gone. First play of the game, a 73-yard touchdown. Later in the first quarter, the play action to Kayshon Boutte would give us another first quarter 14-0 lead. Could we hold on to this one, though? Third quarter now, still up 14-0. Jared Goff finds St. Brown, just gets beat here and scores the touchdown to make it 14-7. Then 3rd and 12, just missed the pass to Demario Douglas. We're going to have to give this one back to the Lions. Not what we want to do. And the bomb on the deep ball, and Carlton Davis and Hawkins get beat by Williams to make it 14-14. Another blown 2-touchdown lead. Chisholm, though, would get this ball all the way out to midfield, basically, which was huge. We could get a game-winning field goal, maybe, and that's what we tried to do on the ground. We couldn't use the ground all game, but when we needed it, we grounded and pounded to get into field goal range. Henderson and Stevenson both setting up. We were in prime real estate for the game-winning field goal, but I don't trust that all Madden block field goal cheese, so we go with a play action dump off to the fullback Westover, who rumbles in for the score with 25 seconds left. Final play of the game. They would need a Hail Mary, and Goff just couldn't get it off. A huge win in Detroit to get to 18-6. Our next game was home versus the New Orleans Saints, and this one was really no problem. Here we're going to get Shuck to fumble the ball. Landry picks it up. We then score with Travion Henderson to go up 10-0. A little bit later, the back shoulder pass to Stephon Diggs in the end zone to go up 17-0. And then on 4th and goal a little later, again it was Diggs, a shutout win against the Saints. We were in Tennessee for the next one early on. Drake Maye looking, no one open, and then finally gets Diggs on the slant route. Just waited it long enough. End of the half here. Cam Ward, though, gets a touchdown to go up 14-7 Tennessee. But Ramondre Stevenson was having none of that, as in the early third quarter, he takes this one to the house. Look at that go to make it 14-14 to get us back into this game. In the fourth quarter, Hunter Henry would slip open for the touchdown here to go up 21-14. And then on 4th and 8, they go deep, and Davis makes the play, giving us the win in Tennessee. Big one at home here against Jacksonville. Look at Diggs open in the end zone. We just couldn't find him there. We take the field goal. And then at the end of the second half, looking, Drake Maye, no one open, running for the corner of the end zone, diving for the corner of the end zone, and getting the pylon to make it 10-0. Look at the play again by Drake Maye with 1:30 left in the half. So 1:30 left, out come the Jaguars, down 10-0, and Davis just gets burned by Brian Thomas Jr., 10-7. We'd actually end up punting this ball back to Jacksonville, actually, so they would have another shot at this. And look at this late. Another deep ball, and again Davis and Hawkins run into each other, and it's Thomas to go up 14-10. Up 10-0, and we go to the half down 14-10. And then in the third, Jags get the ball first. They go up 21-10 on that play, meaning our offense had to bounce right back. Diggs on the curl route. Look at the space in front of him. A big play by Diggs to score the touchdown. You know we had to go for 2. Easy handoff to Henderson, down 21-18. And then on a 3rd and 11 here, we'd get the stop we needed to turn the tables right back. 4th quarter, Ramondre Stevenson breaking free, breaks a tackle inside the 5. And then on a 4th and goal, Drake Maye catches the linebacker sleeping, gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game to put us up 4. And then Trevor Lawrence needing a score. We threw Gonzalez over this time on Brian Thomas, and it proved to pay off for us to get us a huge win against the Jaguars, our 21st win of the campaign. Our next game was in Indianapolis, and now it's the punt block cheese that gets us. Look at this again. Just a fumble to snap. You know it's happening when it's happening to you, and there's nothing you can do about it. 2nd quarter, though, it's only 3-3. We held them to a field goal. Travion Henderson gets a 1st down here. And then with 10 seconds left in the half, we'd find Henderson again for the score. But with 5 seconds left, they'd have one more play, and they go for the Hail Mary. The blitz gets picked up, and I try to cover this with Marcus Jones, and Downs breaks the tackle. Absolutely brutal way to end the half. 10-10. 3rd quarter now. We would get this ball back in the corner route to Diggs. He gets both feet in to put us up a touchdown. 4th quarter, 3rd and 17. All the time in the world here for Rivers, but no one open. He throws the ball away, and guess what? That was the last time the Colts touched the ball because we were able to waste out this clock and get a huge win here in Indianapolis. That takes us to a big one against the Los Angeles Rams, and in the 1st quarter, look at that. Davis gets beat again. This time it's Davante Adams. The Rams go up 7-0 at Gillette. This was a huge game, possible Super Bowl matchup. We'll see. A little bit later, 2nd down, and it's Christian Gonzalez running the route for Puka Nacua, getting the steal. Huge stop. Look at that throw on a 1st down to Stephon Diggs. And again, inside the zone, Hunter Henry firing this ball in for the score. What a play by Drake Maye. A little bit later, 7-7. Again, Maye making moves. Diggs across the middle here. And then down to Henderson at the 1. And then Henderson would score his touchdown to put us up 14-7. Late in this game, 4th quarter though, Kyren Williams gets the blocking, and he is absolutely gone. So with 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter, we're tied up at 14. With a minute left, we'd get the field goal to give us the lead. But Marcus Jones would get beat here on a huge play, and the Rams would be back into field goal range, and this one was going to be headed to overtime. In OT, the Rams had the ball first, and Christian Gonzalez gets absolutely burned there by Tutu Atwell. But on a 3rd and 3, with pressure coming, Davante Adams reaches for the 1st down. We just could not stop these guys. But on this 3rd down, with Davante Adams open the end zone, Hawkins runs across to make the play, holding them to a field goal. That was crucial because now we have a chance for the win with a touchdown. 1st play, Demario Douglas. 2nd play, Hunter Henry across the middle. The crossing routes were working like a charm in this game. And then again, look at Maye moving around in the pocket, getting a 1st and goal. And then from the 8-yard line, chance to win the game. Look at that cut by Hunter Henry for the game-winning touchdown, an instant classic against the Rams to give us our 23rd win of the season. Look at the day by Henry and Maye. That leads us to our last road game of the video, and it's against the Carolina Panthers. 2nd half, down 3-0. Ramondre Stevenson breaking tackles and taking it to the house. An unbelievable 2-minute warning here by Ramondre Stevenson because we're going to get the ball back after a 3-and-out. Demario Douglas would get us into field goal range, but we wanted more than that, so we'd give this ball right back to Stevenson. 2 touchdowns inside the 2-minute warning here by Ramondre Stevenson to give us a 14-3 lead at the half. Here's a 2nd and 13, 14-6 now, and Rico Dowdle just gets lost and gets the score. So with 3 minutes left, 14-12, they're going to go for 2. Rico Dowdle is down at the 1, they say. They say he didn't get it in. If you take another look, knee down, great call. The ball just short of the goal line. And Ramondre Stevenson would ice this game with these 1st down runs here to get a huge 14-12 win. Look at the day by Stevenson. And that gives us to our last matchup of the episode, and it just so happens to be against the division rivals, the Buffalo Bills. I put it in the Super Bowl, so in this video we had 15 home games, 15 road games, and then 1 neutral site game. And Ramondre Stevenson would pick up right where he left off in this big game against the Bills on the first drive, getting big runs, and then of course the play action working. Look at Diggs with the catch against his former team. They challenge it. It was a completion. Again, third down, another huge catch on the sideline, this time by Hunter Henry, and Stevenson would score the first touchdown of the game. What an opening drive by the Patriots. Now we had to stop Josh Allen, and on the first play for them, it's Cooks beating Davis again to make it 7-7. Later, it's 10-7 now. James Cook breaking free for a huge run here in the second quarter, and then Allen finds his man Keon Coleman to go up 14-10. 2 minutes left, 2-minute drill, but we were going to take this one easy. Even though we had 2 minutes left, we had all 3 timeouts, so we kept this ball on the ground, kept pounding it to Ramondre Stevenson. We ran some hurry up, and that ended up getting Kyle Williams open here. He'd get out of bounds with no timeouts left, 8 seconds left. We'd go to our go-to play to Diggs again. You saw it earlier in the video. We love that set there. He scores to put it 17-14 at the half. Coming out of the half, Bills have the ball, 17-14. Here's a 3rd down and 8 play. Josh Allen scrambling, finding James Cook, but we get the stop, meaning it's 17-17. Big play here across the middle of the booty as we head to the fourth quarter. 17-17. Needed a good play coming out of the quarter break, and it's the crossing one to Kyle Williams. We love this pistol formation, as you've seen in this video. Gets a big play. Then it's just right back to pounding the rock to Ramondre Stevenson, who takes us 27 yards to the house to put us up 24-17. But we just could not stop this Bills offense. There's Josh Allen taking off here for the first time of the day, and then it's James Cook taking off again. It was tough to stop, and they're inside the red zone, but they stop running the ball. 2nd and 5, 2:30 left. Look at the corner route overthrown by Allen. 3rd and 5, next play, overthrown by Allen. 4th and 5 now after 2 straight incompletions. Game on the line, and he throws a jump ball that's knocked away. Unbelievable play calling by the Bills there. We have a chance to ice this game now, but we hit the play action, and on 3rd down find Diggs, and that one would end up sealing it. We'd need 1 more first down, and of course Ramondre Stevenson would get it. An unbelievable win for our final win to get us to 25-6 for the video. This one was a Super Bowl celebration, but it really was just a celebration overall of how successful we were against the whole league. As you know, look at this by Ramondre Stevenson, 17 attempts for 133.